Alright, YouTube coming back with you with a video. Haven't put any up in a long time. There's going to be 2 new matches, probably 3. But we got Tony piloting his little frog Monarchs, and we got Brandon with his X-Sabers. Let's get this started. Tony rolls first. Rolls a 4. Brandon rolls a 1. Shuffle up.
Ooh, my bad.
Tony messes up the shuffle and says it's bad.
That Ember's blade on the bottom.
Brandon draws his 5. Tony opts to go first. Let's see what we working with over here. He draws the 6. Let's see what Brandon's working with over here. Alright. We update that when he draws his 6. Pitches a substitute to grave the special summon swap frog, enabling him to dump Treeborn Frog.
I'm gonna start popping off.
Tony declares that he's getting ready to start popping off, so to speak. Summons his substitute and goes through the loop. Get in Swap Frog to dump a Ronin Totem. Sacking off Swap Frog for Treeborn. Sacking Treeborn off to get Dupe Frog and face up defense. Then sacking off Substitute to get another Dupe Frog and face up defense. Making the dupe lock. Brandon can attack without getting over the dupe frogs. Remove this. Here we go. Tony passes. Brandon draws a 6. Brandon contemplates what he's going to do. He sets 1 and sets 2 in the back row. Tony draws. Let me see what you drew, Tony. Alright. He's getting this Treeborn back from grave. Tributes to Treeborn. For the Riser.
Face down.
Face down what?
Monster.
Targeting the face down monster. Brandon responds with a bottomless.
Go ahead.
Tony passes back to Brandon. He draws and instantly sets 1 to each.
Draw.
Tony draws.
Treeborn.
Gets back his Treeborn. Sacks it off again. For
Face
Caius.
down monster.
Removing his face down monster.
Okay.
He hits Ember Blade. Then
24.
pushes through for 24.
Enter.
Dropping Brandon down to 56.
Here you go.
Ooh, Brandon passes and draws. Tony gets back the Treeborn. Attacks for another 24. Brandon takes it. Brandon draws. Set the 3rd magic or trap. Tony draws. Pokes for another 24. Dropping Brandon down to 800. Brandon sets 1 to each. Sets another back row. Tony draws. Sacks off his Treeborn for Caius. Brandon Solemn's dropping himself down to 400. Tony attacks his face now, which is Bogart Knight.
Go ahead.
Brandon draws. Sets a 5th back row. Tony draws the how many in hand?
6.
6.
Draw.
Gets back his Treeborn.
The card in hand. Yeah. 2.
Sacks off his Treeborn for Thestalos. Hitting cold.
Yeah. Monster?
Hitting Cold Wave, and Brandon chains bottomless.
Hit 24.
Tony hits for 24 or attempts to. Brandon chains Book of Moon.
Go ahead.
Giving him one more turn. He draws and sets a fourth back row. Brandon is at 400. Tony's at 8,000. Brandon concedes the duel, and we're going in the game too.